Yeah, it's never gonna happen. Hi, welcome to the Required Podcast, episode 9. Totally 9, and not at all 8 or 7.
Not at all 8 or 7.
Definitely 9.
It
Definitely
was a
9.
solid 9.
No one has any fucking clue.
No.
Welcome to episode 9. I'm Brandon.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Gelf. Oops, wait, Ethan.
Oh, yikes. Restart. Third round, let's go.
No, this is fine.
No, you don't need to restart.
I'm just gonna
That's
sip
funny.
my coffee in the middle of an inferno. This is fine.
Just wake up
Actually,
at
it's
4 in the afternoon.
This is
It's
okay.
a Dr. Pepper shake in the middle of an air-conditioned kitchen, but it's like the same thing.
I've been
Dr.
inside.
Pepper shake. Where do you get that at?
What a fucking burger, dude! Yes.
No way.
Oh, the place that's going out of business?
It's not going out of
No, no,
business.
I
It got
love
bought by
Whataburger.
some asshole in Chicago.
Okay.
It's
Good. I hope it spreads to the east. God,
Not going out of business yet. Got it.
it won't. Hopefully they can branch out and go eastward because there's not even one in Kansas, but in Oklahoma you can drive just a little bit south. It's right there.
I thought we had a Whataburger in Kansas. Oh, we have like Bionic Burger. That's what it is.
No, totally
What?
different.
Oh,
Totally
what?
different.
Bionic Burger.
You don't even have that, do you?
I have no idea what that is.
I
know
think
it's
that's a.
fish
I think
burger.
that's a Kansas thing. I don't think it's branched out past Kansas.
Yeah, it's you get burgers and they're served by waiters that are robots. So it's called Bionic Burger.
There
I'm
are
kidding.
4 locations in Wichita and 1 in Hayesville, and that is it.
Yep, Kansas.
apparently
Yeah,
Nice.
okay.
Of the
I will say-
$6
Oh
million
my-
burger.
Oh my god.
It's like a dive,
Oh my
like
God.
a
Oh my God.
side dive kind of burger place, and they're really good because you can customize everything on them. It's really good,
Can
but
I'm just gonna say I am so
Their fries are
sorry,
good, too.
podcast listeners. So you guys didn't hear that, but I was clicking into the Bionic Burger locations and shit. When you click on the Bionic Burger website, it automatically starts playing music, and I was like,
oh no, oh
it was for
no!
like half a second. My bad.
You were blowing them out, dude.
Guess who's gonna be doing some editing?
Was it like this is Bionic Burger, like something like that?
It was like the Quiznos commercial.
The
No,
only way
what?
that
They are
could've been better
good
is if it
to
was
us.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, but Whataburger's way better. I ate Whataburger all the time when I lived in Oklahoma.
Got it once.
It was good.
What's
Really
funny
good.
about Whataburger is the chicken is actually better than the burgers. Just
I get the chicken strip sandwiches.
Me too.
They're
I have
so
one right
good.
here.
Yes, they're the best. It is so good. Their chicken strips are the bomb, dude. Oh my god.
Giggity.
Like the lettuce and everything. Oh,
You know-
so good.
If you guys are looking for a sponsor or anything, shout us out.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what a
Hey,
Hey,
burger.
kids in Chicago.
Hey, there you go. It's starting to branch out, you know?
I'm from your neck of the woods. Let's talk.
I speak the lingo. Let's do it.
You know, Bionic Burger, we're local. What's up? Hey girl, shit.
Yeah, sure, I
Right?
gotcha. No,
That'd be
see,
great.
Bionic Burger will spread to the north, and Whataburger will control the
Goddamn
south,
yikes.
and then will be sponsored in both areas.
It'll be like split in Kansas, so like half and half. You have to go to North
We
Wichita.
have enough gang shit
For
going on
Bionic
in
Burger.
Wichita.
Yeah, I
alright?
know.
We don't need no one fucking split anything. Sorry.
You need to find the exact dividing line and dance across it. Now I'm in Whataburger. Now I'm in Bionic
Yeah.
Burger.
Oh,
What a-
ooh, I'm gonna go get a sandwich from each one and eat them right on the line, on the opposite sides.
I was just gonna say you gotta
Yeah.
hold the burgers on the wrong side.
Yeah. God dang it, it's so good though. I remember the first time I had Whataburger. It was fantastic.
Whataburger's really delicious, but the problem is I'm used to it now.
Yeah, and
You
so
know
it's
what I
just
mean?
like a normal burger place, kind of.
Yeah, like
Just 'cause
it's
you eat it a
literally
lot, yeah.
every other day, every couple of days.
Yeah.
So
I
I
hate that
like
feeling.
it, but ugh,
Are they-
I can't get excited anymore.
Is it them or Jack in the Box that has like the butter burger?
That would be Culver's.
What's a
But thanks for
Culver's?
playing.
No. It's Culver's? What does Jack in the Box have? They have one burger that's kind of their.
Well, I mean, if you Google literally Butterburger, the first thing that comes
It
up
is?
Culvers.com.
Maybe that's it.
Or
I will
it is
say
the name Butterburger.
You're talking about
in
Buttery
Indiana,
Jack.
in Indiana, Culver's it's the best. It's better than Whataburger by far to me.
What
Swear to
is?
God.
Culver's is so good. They have the
See,
best burgers. They
We used to have a Culver's down by my undergrad, and we went there every once in a while, but it was like one of those, oh, there's really nothing else, and it's on the exit to our college.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
so it's good desperate food.
Oh no, I loved it. The freaking Culver's was like just down the road where I lived in Indiana. We went there. It was so good, and they have their own root beer, and I love root beer, and it was so good.
Oh,
But they're
I gotta agree
freaking-
with you on the root beer.
Root beer
It's so
fucking- I'm
good,
drinking
like-
one right now, actually.
Oh hell yeah, go
Hey, W, if you're
everyone!
looking for a sponsor, you let me know.
It's horrible because my girlfriend hates root beer. The other one likes it. It's a rough time. Everyone, she's the Mexican heritage. They don't really even drink anything but tequila. But she drinks Coca-Cola. Like that's her thing.
Problematic statements. Problematic
no.
as hell.
I drank her. I drank with her dad. He's straight from Mexico. We drank tequila of all things. He chose
I wish Beardy
stuff
could sit here and
from
confirm.
Mexico too. It was
Now,
really good.
I gotta say, there was one back in, it was a town next to my hometown, but they had a restaurant, a little one shot called Dairy Inn. Not a Dairy Queen, Dairy Inn. And if
Yeah.
you went there during the summer, like they were closed during the winter. It was like an ice cream place.
Yeah, it's
So
just a
you go
smaller
in,
place. Yeah.
You'd get a pizza burger. And what it was
What?
it was the hamburger patty or whatever had been cut open, cheese had been put inside it,
Shut up.
and it was the most delicious fucking thing on the planet. And like that
Hold on.
was our treat.
Is there any pepperonis involved?
You could get pepperoni on it if you wanted.
That's a pizza burger. Cheese does not make a pizza burger.
Well, no, you put the toppings on it like, oh, I'd like mushrooms on mine. No, but the cheese inside the burger is what makes it the pizza.
Was it
a
mozzarella
burger.
cheese?
I don't know. It's been long enough.
Oh, dang. It's got to be mozzarella. It'd be pizza.
It was that color though, but I don't know.
It probably, I would imagine it would be.
With that
I mean,
argument,
why would you
is
cut
cheese
that
pizza not a real
corner
thing?
at that point?
Yeah, especially with it trying to like, oh, this is pizza. It's got to be Parmesan. Got to be Parmesan.
No,
Man,
if
that
it's
would be good.
fettuccine Alfredo, then it's got to be Parmesan.
So, man,
No,
if,
Well, I
you're,
guess.
okay.
if you're listening to this right now and it's like lunchtime, my bad.
Sorry. It's
gates
all
of food.
food based. It's hilarious. My girlfriend was just texting me about getting Philly cheesesteaks after the podcast. I'm like, oh god, I love Phillies so much.
God damn.
I'm kind of iffy on
Really?
Philly cheesesteaks.
They're all right.
I
Well, the-
love them.
My biggest problem is that I've actually had Philly cheesesteaks from Philadelphia.
Yep, I
And
want that really.
Do they
bad.
just call them cheesesteaks?
Yes.
No,
they
they
do.
still call them Philly cheesesteaks, but
Oh, do they really?
yeah, at least the places I went to. I mean, I don't know.
Isn't there like
But-
two famous places or something?
I know.
Do you get like cheddar cheese or like nacho cheese or something on one of them?
Well, there's a place here in Texas called Texadelphia, and they do like the Philly cheesesteaks and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
I
but
haven't
Mexican
been in
style?
there,
Or like Texas style?
but let's stop talking about food. So, console.
But it is like
Let's-
that's how there is. There's a like it's an odd place here. I don't know where all it's at. I think there's one in Texas, but Twin Peaks.
Twin
have
Peaks,
their-
like the show.
Oh, do you guys not have a
Uh,
Twin Peaks down there?
I thought
I've-
they
I've
did,
never
but
been
it
to
may
one,
not be
but-
near her.
We
Isn't-
But
might
it's just
have-
like it's basically like a glorified Hooters kind of.
Oh,
but they
fuck
have-
yeah, we got those.
Oh, but it's like
The
their
lumberjack
food's actually
Hooters.
really good compared to Hooters. I hate Hooters food, but that place their beer's really cold and their food is really actually pretty good. They did get
No,
into
we've
some
got
trouble up
two
here
of
with
them.
illegals working there, but their food, they have a Mexican style. It's a Philly, I think it's a Philly cheesesteak, and it has like nacho cheese rather than other cheese, and it has like what's it called?
Oh no, Texadelphia does it like traditional Philly style.
Oh, okay.
Every time.
Yeah,
you
I
say
didn't know
that-
if they
They're
added
a
like
chain.
peppers
They're a
or
chain, too.
type. Oh, okay.
Every
Yeah,
time
some
you
places
say
add like their own style.
Every time you say
Texadelphia.
Texadelphia, my mind just does a flip. It's so weird. It's such a weird word.
Well,
Texadelphia.
okay, I take it back. It's Texadelphia, the home of the original Texas cheesesteak. I guess-
what?
I guess they do it Texas style. I
They,
had no idea. I was just told that it was a regular Philly cheesesteak style, but I don't know.
I don't know. I just eat num num.
Well, now I'm gonna have to go in there and try it.
It sounds good. Like I love the Texas style where they add like the Hispanic stuff where it's like peppers and stuff. It's so good. Jalapenos and stuff. So good. Love every bit of that.
Looks like they've got one called the Texican. It's beef, grilled onions, mozzarella, jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
And there's the
yep.
founder's favorite, which is beef, grilled onion, mozzarella, mushrooms, jalapeno, and a mustard blend.
I don't like mustard or mushrooms, but oh,
Oh, they've got one called the pizza steak. Beef, grilled onions,
pepperoni.
mozzarella, pepperoni.
yeah,
and
yeah.
marinara.
They have that here. There's a place called Charlie's here, and they make Philly cheesesteaks, and they got a pepperoni one that's fantastic. It tastes so good. God, I love Philly cheesesteak. Anyway, let's get off food here.
Yeah, I just love pizza, and that's the end of my conversation. All right.
That's all you like. God dang it. And then taquitos.
I was telling Tiffany, I've really noticed lately that I am a real basic bitch when it comes to food. Like, Brandon, what's your favorite pizza? Well, it's pepperoni. I fucking love pepperoni. It's just so basic. I like
That's
all
not basic. I
like
think
all
cheese is basic.
I think that's beyond basic. Pepperoni is just a classic, but then you
It's
know you start adding
classic.
stuff. But I mean, I like
Cheese
all
is
pizza.
basic.
But
Hey, you want to talk about basic? My favorite kind of ice cream is vanilla.
so is mine.
So is mine. It's the best. It's the
See?
best. Like, and you add like the vanilla bean one where it's like a little extra vanilla.
No, you know what you need?
No, just regular
You need
vanilla.
Mexican vanilla ice cream from Amy's Ice Cream down here in Austin.
Ooh,
You will lose your shit. It's
I
so
love
good.
vanilla.
What's your
God.
guys' favorite cookie type?
Oh god.
Kind of varies. Like I
Right.
like no bakes.
Mine is just soft chocolate chip.
I do like chocolate chip, but no
I
bakes
really-
or peanut butter are my thing.
Really like snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodles are the shit, dude. I
So
love
sweet.
So
snickerdoodles.
there's a place down here.
Yeah, you
More
can't do
Austin.
sweet.
When you talk about Austin, food is like the main topic around here. Food and music. But there's a place
Yeah.
called Tiff's Treats, and they will deliver you fresh baked cookies. Like you order a dozen, 2 dozen, you get a balloon, you get 2 bottles of milk, you can get ice cream sandwiches made with their cookies and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's
Damn, we're moving to
fucking good.
Austin.
Headphone users.
I had to yell it.
That should just be the warning in general. If Cody's on the podcast, headphone warning.
Nah, it doesn't blow up that much. That I even held it away from my face.
Oh, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Just to make sure. It wasn't even that loud. That was a weak one too. Oh god.
So I actually am curious about a topic completely different from this.
Okay.
Brandon, you just
up?
got a new tattoo.
Oh, I sure did.
Tell us
I s-
about
I
it.
s-
Tell us about the experience. I want to know how bad it hurt.
Okay, first.
Hold on. Do you have any?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any tattoos?
I do not have any. I have been waiting.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have an idea for one that I've been sitting on for like 8 years now. More than that, probably closer to 10.
Damn.
But
What the
I'm
fuck
a
you been
chicken
waiting
shit.
on?
I'm a
Man,
chicken
some
shit.
some people just don't. They're just not around it enough. They just don't.
Okay, so this is my 4th one. Okay,
Yeah, I have
I've
5.
got I've
I
got
need more.
one on my right forearm. Or wait, that's bicep, and then I have one on each. That's forearm, right? Closer to your hand. I'm not a fucking scientist here. I've got one on each, and then the one I just
Yeah,
got.
I mean the forearm's on the outside of your hand.
Got you. Whatever. So yeah, I got, and the inside of my arm, I have 2, one on each arm, and those are really sensitive areas. The one on your bicep, I would say,
Yeah.
is not very sensitive until you
No.
get to the edges of it.
Dude,
Like
that one, the one on my forearm, or not my on the inside of my arm, on my left arm, that one that all my brothers have, that one was the worst one.
Oh, yeah.
The 7 and stuff, but it's on the inside and it's like close
So
to
that's
the.
where I was thinking about getting it. Was the inside of my forearm just below my elbow?
It's
Yeah, that's right where mine's at.
The
The
really
outsides
sensitive.
get worse. Yeah, yeah,
When
the
you-
outsides and close to that little crease starts to get a little.
When you do the lining, I mean, tattoos in general just hurt. to varying
love 'em.
degrees. It depends on what your pain tolerance is. The softer parts of your skin, like the less, touched, or like if you don't like, if you work with your hands, then you'll know like your skin gets kind of gritty. But like
Yes.
the inner sides of your arms are really sensitive, especially when they start shading. Shading hurts far worse than the lining.
Shading's the worst. Yeah.
I have this one. Let's see, I got a ruler right
Depends
here
on how
to
big
see
the
how long it
tattoo is. Also.
Yeah, so I got one right here that's about 7.5 inches long. By like,
How the fuck do you measure that?
I have a ruler. I just
With
threw
a
it on my arm.
ruler?
You have a ruler next to you?
Yeah,
You don't?
it's about 4 inches
No,
wide.
no.
But this shading
That's
took
hilarious.
2 hours, and by the end of it, I was so used to the pain. But like once they stop, your arm
Which
just
one?
like the Truvium one on the left. The big
Oh
old
yeah,
T
yeah,
with the circle.
Yep.
Like the shading, that probably hurt the most, but that also took the longest.
Yes.
But the one on my hand, and if you guys need some context, I just put it on Twitter, over at Console Required Twitter. It's a little Triforce with, red is the top one because that represents
Really cool.
power, right represents courage because that's how it is, and left represents wisdom, which is how it is. So we got red, green, and blue, little Triforce, and it's on my left hand between. Like if you hold your
On the
if you hold
webbing
your
between your thumb.
yeah, like if you hold your hand out between your thumb and your index
an
finger,
L.
like that little soft spot. I will say, smallest. This thing is like the size of a quarter,
Yeah.
and this hurt.
Did it hurt?
Far worse than any tattoo I've gotten.
Really?
Not that I was to a point of like, oh, let's stop, blah blah blah. I was like, holy fuck!
But,
like I
yeah,
just
just
laid there
pain-wise.
mentally. I just like, I made a little bit of faces, especially when you get
No way.
closer to the crease
End of the web.
Yeah, the end of the web between your thumb and your index.
Yep.
That fucking hurts a lot more
Yeah,
than
it's
people
like-
think. It's
Yeah.
like, because he made like the top of the triangle and he worked his way down. He worked the other side, and then he did the line across, which is the bottom of the triangle, and that hurt. And then the shading. The thing with the tattoos is the longer they shade in one go, the more you get used to it. But then they stop, they wipe it,
Yes.
and then they change colors or whatever, and your body starts to
Yeah.
like adjust, and then they start doing shading again, and it's like, oh, it hurts like a new
Yeah.
pain all over again.
Like it'll be a 20-second gap, and then they're like
yeah,
and then they hit, and it's like, oh, that's the feeling that was just there.
yeah.
But yeah.
So that's like the worst news ever for me because I was thinking about getting a watercolor style tattoo.
Oh, it's
I
right
want
there
that
shading.
too. I love the watercolor. They look so cool.
You guys know there are two different versions of it, but Tolkien did a red ink drawing of Smaug from The Hobbit.
No?
Hold on, let me Google
Yeah,
it.
I'll look at
Yeah,
Oh, that was
my original tattoo idea, like this little piece right here, I think because it was on my little hand, costs a little bit more because it's kind of an awkward. Like he took a second to really get my hand in position, but it cost me about $85, which isn't
For
bad.
that little Triforce?
Yep.
Yeah, but was that like tip included and stuff?
No, I tipped him 15, so it was 100.
Really?
But the thing is,
Coloring is the most expensive.
Well, yeah, because I used 4 different colors total, and you
Yeah.
have to switch out needles for it. I was gonna get an
Yeah.
all black one, which would have easily
Yeah.
cut the price down to half.
By
But,
a lot, yeah. The
like,
coloring is the most expensive.
I got a Metallica one. I have 2 Metallica ones, but they're about the same size. One uses, well, no, they both use 2 colors. Now I think about it.
And it varies where you go.
Yeah. But like
And
my
the
first
artist.
one I got when I was 19, and then I got the
This is
Black
when you got your
Album
first
Snake.
one?
Yeah, I got my Metallica one when I was 19, and then when that
I
one
think I
where
remember.
we went to your freelance buddy, which now I think about it,
Dude.
never do that again. But it came
Never.
out good.
I-
It came out good.
It came out okay, and I am, believe me, one of the ones he did, I'm getting covered up.
Which,
But it's also because of the stupid ass tattoo that I decided on.
right.
I did just link an image of it,
Yeah,
but if you
it looks
Google
pretty cool.
for viewers or listeners, if you Google Smog Thorin's map and do an image search, that's the one that I want to get on the
That's really
inside
cool.
of my the inside of my forearm. But I want to get it done like watercolor style, so it looks like red ink. That's like got a
Yes.
splatter on it.
I love the watercolor looks so cool on skin. Like it looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very unique. I love the water.
Yeah,
I'll probably get
um,
one like that.
So like the price ranges, my Metallica one, which is basically for viewers who don't Like I'm not showing any of these, and I haven't posted any of these because I've had them forever. But it's the Metallica
show all of
Star
them.
with Metallica wording in the middle, and that was about 60, 70 bucks or so. And then the freelance one, which is just a black album snake, that was 65. I got that one when I think we were 21. And then I got my my Trivium one, which was this one
Is that after we saw Trivium? Gotta be
Yeah.
after we saw Trivium, right?
Yeah, this was a couple of years after, I think. I was like, because it really solidified it for me.
So dope. Yeah, dude, that
this
concert
one
was
is
so good.
gigantic compared to the other ones, but it's all one color, and it cost me 220 bucks. Which
Yeah, it's a
but
size.
in comparison,
though. It's like,
you know,
yeah.
like the size of a quarter, it's 85. But then also, there's a lot of shops that say, "Hey, we just have a
Well-
flat minimum." So
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
and black ink, like when you want it really black, like they have to go over it. Like it's
Yeah,
more
I did
intense
this-
than color. Like black ink, and you have to go. If you want it to look good after a while, you have to keep going in and make your black ink darker. Like it's expensive. Black ink's pretty expensive too.
yeah, he had
But
me
if you only do
come
like
in
a
and do
single
touch-ups.
color, you could get it redone, touched up, or
Yes,
whatever, and it's
it's
not
a
a big
lot
deal.
easier.
You can get it redone
A
and
lot
touched up
easier.
really whenever you want.
Oh yeah. It's
After it
very-
heals,
way easier.
obviously. Like my my old Metallica one, the first one.
I don't think-
The shop I went to when he first started doing it, and the thing is when you go get your tattoo, do a lot of research.
Yes.
Intensive.
I
Go in
learned
and
that
talk
too.
to
I learned that too. Yep.
Go in and talk to him because the first one I went to a shop when I was 19, and they first
What was
started.
your first one? Where'd you go?
I went to. Oh, I just had it. God, I just went in there yesterday.
Not Victory.
No. I went
Okay,
to
okay.
fucking what's that electric
It's
chair?
fine. It's fine.
There you go.
Oh,
Before
yeah,
they
yeah.
remodeled and got crazy with it, the guy
Oh,
he
is it
started
weird?
out, he did 3 lines and they were super thick and dark, and then he switched it up and made the rest of it really thin. So I was like, oh, the rest of it looks
Oh.
nice, but then there's this chunk that's like dark. But I don't really. I mean, it's whatever. But he seemed like he was disgruntled anyway. I should have just fucking walked out. But I was so excited to get a tattoo.
it's yeah, that's how
You have
I
to
was.
read the room,
Yeah.
really, is what you gotta do. But
Well, and it's something so permanent. Like I've learned now, like I want to go. I would rather spend more
spend
money
more,
and go
right.
somewhere that's great.
That's dope.
That freaking that's
That's,
really cool.
Somebody else's watercolor tattoo. I wouldn't want to do.
Would
it
you
like
add in the
that.
orange? Yeah, I was about to say.
No, what I would do
Yeah,
is
all
instead
red.
of doing so for listeners, I just linked an image of somebody's watercolor Smaug tattoo, and it's in black ink with red and orange and yellow behind it, looking like fire. I wouldn't do that. What I would do is I would
Yeah.
actually make the lines red, a red watercolor, so it looks
Ooh.
like it's just the original like dark
Yeah.
brownish red.
yeah, considering how the design is, it might be a little bit more, like a little bit pricier. Because
Yeah,
the
just
more
'cause the
curves and
watercolors.
the more curves and
Hmm
how crazy the detail is, the price
But
usually
it's-
skyrockets.
If you're gonna get one and you really want one, save the money because it's worth spending more money than getting.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. We've got a
It's
couple
so
of places
ridiculous.
here. Well, I mean, there's tons of
I
places.
can't
here.
imagine in
in
Texas how
Austin.
good of places are there. I want to go.
Oh, there's one that I actually took my little sister to get her most recent tattoo. It's called Atomic Tattoo.
I think
And
I've
it's
heard
like
of
every
that.
time I ask somebody around here, like, "Hey, where'd you get your tattoo done?" It's like, "Oh, an Atomic Tattoo or whatever." I'm like, "Oh,
So
well, I guess that's where
it's a
I'm
good
going."
one. See, when you can find it, especially like that fits your style, like because they all do different styles of stuff. They can do anything, but they would rather
Mhm.
do their specific style. And it's cool to find one that matches your style. Like, I really wish when I went to visit my brother in Hawaii, I had money set aside to go get this guy. He has some cool style tattoos, and he was gonna get me we were trying to get in there and all this, and ended up not being able to make it, which sucks because I really wish I could have got one from him. But he had a cool style. It would have been so awesome. Would have sucked being in Hawaii though, because I would have covered up all day. And I couldn't
Yeah.
go into the saltwater ocean. But it would have been rough. But I have 5. And I have the first one I got was when I was 18. It was on my right shoulder, just a stupid younger kid. That's the one I'm gonna cover up. And then
Oh,
I have
what
the
What's
was
it
two.
of? What is it of? What is it of?
It's a
need to know.
tribal basketball.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about
that was my
one.
first one. And I loved basketball. That's all I played. It's growing up. It's all I played. It was my thing. Now I'm like, I have basically both my sleeves planned out. I have ideas for both of them, but I have that one. It's gonna cover up and it's gonna be way different. And then I think the second one I got was, well, the second and third was my right and left forearm. I have the Boondock Saints sayings. I have Veritas and Equitas. Truth and justice is what it means. And I have those on my forearms in Roman writing. It's pretty sick looking Latin writing. Love those. Those will always be cool. Third? No, the fourth one I got was, I think the one on my side. No, it was the one on my forearm.
How many do you have total?
5.
Oh, okay.
They're spread apart, and I got ideas to kind of mix everything together eventually. But my older brother, who's ex-military, ex-army, and he has one on his neck, chest, stomach, both of his arms, got some on his legs, got one on his armpit. He's got his
spot.
hands done. He was gonna get his knuckles done, but his wife said no.
I can't, after getting my hand tattoo.
Yes.
I can't
Why not get the
imagine-
knuckles?
I can't imagine getting knuckles after getting this little. Like, again, it wasn't
Dude,
the
he
worst
has
pain I
full
felt, but I
like
can't
top of his
imagine.
hands done, dude. Like Tim the
Like,
Tap Man. Like
I work
got
with a
full
guy
knuckles.
who has entire hand and knuckles and everything.
Oh,
I'm like,
I want it eventually.
now-
I gotta get my arms done first.
now that I've dabbled into the hand tattoo, I was like, whoa. Like,
I like
can't
pain,
imagine
though.
dancing on your tendons. Oh, that would hurt.
I have a
Ooh.
pretty
I'm
high
a skinny
pain
guy. Like, you can see all my veins and
Yeah.
my tendons in my hands. So.
You can see some of mine. I'm a little fat, but
One of
thanks
my
for bringing up
friends-
skinny.
One of my friends got a tattoo on his back. It was supposed to be a ship's wheel because he was in the Navy, and the guy who
Supposed to
did
be.
it just completely fucked it
No,
up. Like
no.
it looked so terrible, and he kept it for like, I don't know, like 8 months or something, and finally they pull into port, and he goes into a tattoo shop because they're going to be there for like 2 weeks, and he says,
Yeah.
"Look, I've got this tattoo. Can you fix it?" The guy took one look at it and said, "Dude, sit down." And well, how much is this gonna cost me? No, bro, you don't understand. I'm gonna fix this shit for free because you should not be walking
It's
around.
so
with that.
bad.
It's that bad.
That
Jesus.
sucks.
But he did get it fixed, and it looks pretty good now.
That's cool. That's good. That's a cool artist. That's like, okay, clearly someone's shitty here, and I'm gonna fix this for you. That's a true artist that's willing to take no money for something to fix it,
to
make
fix
it look good.
somebody's
That's
fucking
cool.
Mistake.
Yes. The one on my inside forearm on my left arm is, me and my 2 brothers have this tattoo. We got a matching tattoo where my brother, being ex-military, he went to Afghanistan, and before he left, because you never know what happens, sentimental shit. He gave me and my brother a copy of his dog tags, and then on each dog tag we had our own lucky symbol, and mine was the number 7. I think my younger brother's was the horseshoe, and then my older brother was the 4-leaf clover. So on all of our tattoos we have those 3 symbols, but like on me the number 7's the biggest one, and then on my other brothers theirs is the biggest one, but it has all 3 involved. It's pretty cool. And then the one on my side was a quote that I got from Tecumseh. That one didn't hurt at all. I
My
ain't
little
feeling
sister,
tattooing me.
like, all of her tattoos have meaning, but I think one of my favorite ones, the one I actually took her to go get, and it's on the back of her leg, and it's I don't remember what the translation is, but it's a Chinese symbol that she researched while she was in China, so she knows the translation.
Oh, that's
correct.
Cool. That's good.
You know,
that's always a problem.
it's not like somebody who says like, "Oh, it means bravery and honor." No, it means fish fry on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But she actually
God
had
damn it.
research, and I
Sorry,
forget what
everybody.
the word is.
Fuck.
What?
What
I'm
happened?
browsing through Reddit and fucking autoplay is on. God damn it. Continue.
Damn you and your volume.
Fuck.
So much editing.
So sad.
This is why we need to record with different tracks. So if you pull any info or pull any sound, from your
I should
computer,
just
you can just
stop
delete
fucking
it.
off. Is what I should do. Just
Yeah,
that's like I said. Brendan,
just
just
listen to the
sit
stories, damn it.
still.
Anyway.
I'm listening.
So
I
what
swear.
what the symbol means is um something like family that isn't blood. So
Oh, that's
all of the
cool.
people that she's met in her travels and the people that she's worked with in other countries and all of these friends that she's created along the way that she, that have become basically her family when she's traveling and when she's going
Yeah,
to other countries.
they're just not blood
That's
related.
exactly that's the
That's
symbol
cool.
that she got in their honor.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool little thing.
So, you guys want to know what went down during while I was waiting?
Oh,
So-
no.
Hold on. I want to say my last tattoo. I'm gonna say the quote, and then you can go.
Go ahead.
So I can get off this. The tattoo on my side is from a Tecumseh quote.
Wow, I forgot about that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, no one knows about it because I got fat and I don't take off my shirt anymore.
Only I know about your secret tattoo. Woohoo.
It says it's part of the giant quote from Tecumseh, but it says love your life, perfect your life, beautify all things in your life. And it was something that hit me pretty good when I was young. Kind of stuck with me. Cool little quote.
That's
Just
adorable.
something to-
That's
Awesome.
okay.
That's important.
Something to make your life happy rather than trying to down all the time. Anyway,
There
go
was
Bram.
one line that I wanted to get done. It was "Beastie sumus ut non beastie simus." Translates to
know what
"Beast
just
we are,
happened.
less beast we become."
Nice.
What language?
Latin.
I love Latin.
And
I would love to
never
study
get
it. It'd be cool.
I would never
Why
get
not?
it just because it's like it's not something that
It
has any
means
meaning for
strength.
me anymore.
It's just
But
a
I'd get a
cool
shirt.
quote you like.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
actually designed it into a tattoo for somebody else. I have art
that's
on
cool.
somebody else's body right now.
You're about
Hey,
to have another,
that-
so
that's
you
gotta
know,
be
What?
badass.
Serious?
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm getting a dice.
Dude, I want to get it too.
Dice is dope, but it's gonna after
guys should
getting
go
this
into
little
it.
hand one, it's gonna be a little bit. I gotta save up for that one. I want to make
I'll
sure
put it wherever on my body. We can put a poll up.
put it on your dick.
I
Dare you?
I like
fucking
pain.
dare
I'll
you.
do it. Don't tempt me.
Sir,
I'll
can
do
you
it.
please maintain?
You pay for it, I'll fucking
I
do
can't. I can't. It's been 4 hours. I can't maintain. Okay.
it.
Sorry.
Just gotta come back in tomorrow.
Get it? Sorry.
I need to go see a doctor. It's been 4.5. Isn't supposed to happen. Viagra.
So in the tattoo
Sponsor.
shop, in the tattoo shop, there was a bunch of. I got planned the age thing here. I'm 27. They were older women. I would say probably about
30-something?
45 to 55.
Ooh, they
There was-
soccer mom.
Probably about they're edging to like soccer grandmas, but yeah. There was probably like 4 or 5 of them, and they weren't a part of a group or anything. They weren't together. Like some of them were.
Oh,
you
they
know,
weren't?
There was like 2 together. There was like and then like 3 were by themselves, and
Oh,
and
they
then
were
there
all
was this-
getting matching
there wa-
tattoos.
There was this other couple. It was like an older dude and older lady, and they were getting matching tattoos. But
Oh,
these
yeah.
other women, they're like, okay. And I was just sitting there waiting for my tattoo. They would come in. Yeah, I need to get a tattoo. Blah blah blah. Okay, where do you want it? I want to put a little butterfly next to my ankle. Blah blah. And
Yep,
it was
always
every
near the
fucking single one of them. And then one was like,
Yep.
yeah, I need to.
Ankle
I
or
know
foot?
It's a topic we try to avoid, but I want to get like a cross on my leg and blah blah and put Jesus blah blah blah. I'm like, oh man, like I'm not one to judge, but like when you get a lot of the same kind of like, I mean, this was all within 30 minutes when they all
like
come
you
in like,
said.
I need butterfly on my ankle. It's like, what? Get something
I know-
else.
I don't want to hate on people, but like you said, basic bitch. It's like you were one with food. It's kind of like these people, like they just see these. They don't have any meaning behind it for themselves. It's like
they're
they
just
see it on other people and then like, oh, that's
Right.
cute. Let's get it. Yeah.
I mean, again, if you like it, it's your body.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
exactly. Fucking get whatever
But it
you
just
want. I
cracked
don't
me up.
care. I
Within
love
30
tattoos.
minutes, we had 5 people coming in
That's
looking for
hilarious.
ankle tattoos, and half of them were
Jesus.
butterflies. I was just like,
Dude, that's so wild.
and I just thought,
No
man, those
tramp
artists-
stamps, huh?
No. So I mean, I thought I'd
Really?
get one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's died down.
I hope it has. Jesus.
I hope it has to. It's one of the worst decisions. Unless you get your whole back done, I think a tramp stamp's kind of pointless. Like, let's get a dragon.
Oh, there you go.
So
Put
fun.
your dragon as a tramp stamp thing. There you
Oh
go.
no, don't do that. I didn't even think about that. No. I just was
You
listening to a podcast.
first.
No,
You want to get matching
don't
tattoos?
tempt me. I'll freaking get one.
No, you get that dye right above the crack of your ass.
I will get it.
Oh,
I
and
love
then-
tattoos. I
and
want
then-
more. I want a lot.
Oh, never mind. No, it's gonna get too crazy. I'm just gonna let that one go. I have a,
Getting wild. Okay,
yeah.
we'll transition from in Kansas last night.
I'll put the word dice
GI
bag and point underneath it. all right.
That's a good like nerdy fucking tattoo. Dice bag. In Kansas last night, it was
My God, it rained
Earlier
for
in
like
the day?
600 hours.
dude. Earlier in the day, it was like the storm. They said it was gonna start around 6 p.m. Cool, big storm. It got dark like crazy dark. Rain pretty heavy. Blah blah blah. Okay, we eat tacos. Okay, got
Uh-huh.
a Mexican girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
We ate tacos. We go to bed. We watched Captain Marvel. By the way, great movie. I loved it. It was actually really well done. I liked it a lot.
All right, don't spoil.
Um,
Actively not spoiling.
No, not spoiling for you. I'm just saying I had lower expectations just because some of the individual ones haven't been great, but it was really well done. And then we hung out for a while and then went to bed. Oh my God. We got woke up at 5:15 in the morning. And it's like,
What?
yeah, it's like,
Oh yeah, it was raining.
we need
for like
to leave
12
now.
hours.
we need to leave now. Tornado sirens are going off, and
Oh,
we don't have a
really?
basement in
Oh,
this place. Yes,
that's why you texted me. I woke up. And I
yes,
was like, why did
yes.
I text
And
you?
Park City was getting hit hard. Like that's why I texted you. Tornado sirens went off. And for Butler County, which is a wide range, but I'm involved. And so the only place we have no basement here, so we have to go to my brother's house. Well, my brother and them are just now got back from Oklahoma and they're staying at their parents' house. That's the only reason we woke up is because they called us. Like we didn't hear the siren. They called us, woke us all up and said, "Get to shelter. Like go to our house." And we were like, we locked. Like my mom was there earlier in the day, and she locked all our doors. And so we were like, we don't have a key. And they were like, break a window. Don't care. Get down in the basement. Get safe.
Oh
Wow.
God.
And let me tell you, I broke my first window.
Did you really?
I broke the goddamn window. It was intense, dude. I cut myself a few times, but it was it was so wild. Like I got woke up within a minute and a half. We were in our car driving. I didn't even have my glasses on. I woke up and we leashed up the dogs, got them in the car, and then we just bolted. And it felt weird because to get to my brother's there's one stoplight, and it turned red right when we got there.
You're like,
And so I
nope.
stopped. I stopped and I waited until it turned green. But I was like, in my head, I'm like,
This is gonna be the
tornado?
one-
Should I go? I don't know what to do here.
You're
You know?
like, this is gonna be the one time a fucking cop is waiting on me.
Yes. So I waited, dude, and then finally went. We get there, and my mom pulls up behind us, and because at first I was like, wait, she's not near us. Like, what's going on? And then she had to go slow because her dog ran. She's super scared of storms and ran away, and like she had to get her in the car. Dude, I'm telling you, we get woke up. I get sandals on. I don't get anything else on. The two things I grab don't make any sense to me at all. Doesn't make sense for a tornado. I grabbed my smartwatch, threw it in my pocket, didn't even put it on. Threw it in my pocket, and then
makes some sense.
no, I would have rather grabbed my $1,800 computer. That seems more sensible. And then I grabbed my pistol. Like in my head, I was like, "That's exactly." In my head, I was like, just in case there was a tornado and people start getting weird. That's the only. And then I didn't even take it to my brother's house. I just laid it in my girlfriend's car and like walked in. And then when I got in there, I was like, man, after the adrenaline started wearing off, I was like, wait, hold on. I grabbed my pistol? Wait, what? And then my mom and my girlfriend were just cracking up, like, what are you gonna shoot the tornado? Like, no, it was just out of habit because I woke up literally 4 hours into my sleep, and it's like, get up, go, leave. I'm like, oh, grab a couple things, leave. Get my dogs, get my girlfriend, leave. Like, that's all I did. Didn't grab anything else. But when we get there, my mom was like at the window, and I'm like, wait, we got to break a window. I almost kicked in their door. Would have been probably no. It would have been the better option.
The cheaper.
Because and my mom was gonna break low on the window, and I was like, no, here. And I grabbed whatever she was using. It was my brother's like all around like Bluetooth speaker, but it's like waterproof and everything. He just left it on the porch.
Pistol to smack a pistol with.
I left it in the car. I didn't even think about it, dude. I didn't tell me about it. Like, it was pointless to bring. Like, it was stupid. And so like I was like, no, okay, no, you need to hit high so we can unlock the window, roll the rest of the window up so we're not crawling through glass. Like in my head, I was able to at that time make the smart decision. Broke it. And I was like so hesitant because I was like, what if there's no tornado? Like, I'm breaking my brother's glass. Like, they told us to, but I don't want to. Like, it feels weird. But I shattered it, and it ended up being 2 panes, which is kind of shitty. But her dad's like he fixes apartments and stuff, so he's actually can replace the glass. So it's actually worked out fairly fine. We break it. I break it. I drop the thing. I'm starting pulling out little pieces of glass so I can unlock it and pull the window up through that gap. Well, I ended up cutting my thumb and one of my fingers in the back of my leg, but and then I crawled, and then
what? How'd you cut the back of your leg?
Don't know how I cut my leg because we had to. We tried to pop the screen out, and the screen wouldn't pop outward, so we had to end up cutting the screen. And I crawled in, and then I unlocked the front door. But I think when I crawled in, I must have clipped a little bit on my left leg. I'm guessing. I don't know how. I have a cut on there, no clue. And then so. We get the dogs in, we all get downstairs, and we have to separate the dogs because my dogs and his dogs, my brother's dogs, don't have contact, but they're in a kennel upstairs, so we have to let them out and let them downstairs because we don't want, we put them in rooms and protect them. And so we had to separate them all. It was a long 45 minutes, and then 6 o'clock came around, the light was coming up, and then they were like, I was sitting, my adrenaline was gone. I was laying in my brother's like recliner chair, and the adrenaline was gone. I was almost passed out in the chair. Like it's crazy how when adrenaline just goes through and it's like you're doing all this stuff, and then I'm like, wait, I forgot my glasses. I didn't do anything. Like, I broke glass. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, and then I'm sitting there. I'm like almost passed out. I was thirsty. I was like, there's a lot of things going on. And then we ended up going home and falling asleep finally. But it was felt weird to break glass for the first time I crawled. And then like he's got neighbors and shit. And then the neighbor at like 6 o'clock left, but they didn't hear me breaking my brother's windows. Like, wow, great. Like, I shit, dude, and
trying to rob a house.
yeah. 6 in the morning, like it's like almost coming light out. But then like, I'm telling you, I was soaked and I was in the rain for 20 seconds, maybe maximum. Getting into the car, getting there, getting out of the car on the porch. And it was raining so hard. It was so crazy. It was scary because the lightning was insane too. It was definitely a scary storm. And there was a tornado south of Harper that hit about 3 in the morning. And then in Derby, which is, no one understands this, but Derby's kind of like, that's south? Yeah. South of Big City, Wichita.
Yeah.
They had trees and like power lines and all this stuff down. They had sightings of circulation of tornadoes. It was wild. I've never, in all my years here, I've never woken up and had to do crazy stuff like that. And I've lived in Kansas my whole life, almost, basically. And to wake up at 5 in the morning because tornado and the weather's insane and we're leaving, getting dogs and breaking glass, intense night. And I came back and I slept till 12:30. But it was a long night.
We had, speaking of grabbing weird shit, we had when I was living in southern Minnesota, we get tornadoes all the time and blah blah blah, a bunch of
In
stories.
Minnesota?
But yeah, oh god, yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't know
we had
that.
3 tornadoes at once one time. Yeah, all the time.
No
Like,
shit.
yeah, it's not unique at all.
I didn't know Minnesota. I figured it was like, is Minnesota technically Midwestish?
Yo, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Okay.
fact, Minnesota is like the one of the northernmost states of Tornado Alley. But anyway,
Oh,
so
okay.
I was a little kid. I was still in
Oh, it
like,
snows a lot.
I think I was just early high school. And my mom's like, there's a tornado, grab coming, get your stuff and
Yeah.
get underneath the stairs. Like, okay. So I'm grabbing the things that I consider valuable. I grabbed my books, the books that I wanted to read, not all of them because they wouldn't have all fit. And I grabbed off the wall, I grabbed my framed Star Wars posters, or Star Wars
Jesus Christ,
puzzles.
people.
That's awesome.
Like they were foil print original Star Wars poster puzzles that my dad had put together for me. So I grabbed all 3 of them off the wall. I shoved them underneath the stairs, and I'm sitting there reading a book as my mom's like rips open the door and she's like, "Get in it! What are you doing?" I was like, "What?
I'm reading. Leave me alone.
With a
I'm underneath the
flashlight,
stairs.
the
I'm
lights
safe."
off.
Yeah.
I,
Wow, that's like
we had some sirens. It was like a month or 2 ago. Up
So
here.
hold on. Last
Sure.
night you didn't wake up at all?
I mean, I woke up to all the thunder.
You didn't wake up to the alarms?
We didn't have any alarms on my end.
I think you're lying. We didn't hear ours. They were super quiet, but I heard Park
No, I
City
mean,
was one. It was like
ours trigger. Ours are very close. Like we would definitely hear it.
really okay. I just didn't know.
So
That's
last
wild.
time, what was it? We're sitting here, but it was probably about like 9 o'clock, and my daughter and I, like, she's never heard sirens legitimately go off. We test ours every Monday. Like it's just a Monday thing at noon.
Monday at noon. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "Dad, what's that sound?" I'm like, I just dropped everything. I was like, "We have to go right now." And she's like, "Well, why? There's a tornado somewhere in the area, or it's forming, blah blah. Like, we got to go right now." She's starting to freak out a little bit because she isn't, she doesn't fully grasp. Like, all she's seen is like, on the news, like tornado destruction. So it's like scary to an 8-year-old. It's very terrifying. And so what I do is I just get a bag, put a change of clothes in for both of us, grab a couple pops or something out of the fridge, grab some like gummies.
Oh,
When the siren went off?
you know how long it's been since I've heard that?
What? Heard what?
Did you guys
Someone
say soda?
called soda pop.
Oh yeah, it's
Dude.
a pop.
Pop.
What? Yeah, it's
When
pop.
I moved to New York, people gave me so much shit for calling it pop that I
want
started calling
soda.
it soda.
Soda.
And now that I'm
No.
down in Texas, everybody calls it soda. So,
No.
since I've heard that, oh my god, my soul.
It's totally
Yes.
pop. What the hell is soda? That
Soda?
doesn't make sense.
I think of baking
pop.
soda.
You heal my soul,
Yeah,
guys.
that's hilarious. No way, that's so funny.
But yeah, I
Pop
have,
can.
I have a lot of stuff that I want to keep, but I can't exactly,
Yeah, in that
suitcase
situation, you
my
can't
entire
bring it.
goes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
gotta
Mr. Tornado,
go.
I would like to keep my house, please. Can you just not hit it? And it'd be like, oh, it's okay. I'll go around you. It's fine. Thank you. But yeah, we just get some food, clothes. I take
Dude.
a bunch of flashlights and a lantern, and that's it. That's all I
Yes.
take.
It was wild because like I can say in my 27 years, I lived a year in Indiana, but my 26 roughly in Kansas, I've never had that experience where I got woke up and then like we just get everything. I guess to me at the time, I think about my computer and all this expensive shit, but
Yeah.
to me it was just get my dogs and my girlfriend, just get to safety was the thing, and my gun apparently.
I have a lot of
Wow,
stuff
but-
saved in the cloud now. I'm actually a lot less worried about physical
I'm not worried
harm to
about.
my PC
I'm
itself.
worried
I mean,
about
obviously I take
physical
care of it,
because
but-
my PC costs a lot. My
Oh, yeah,
Xbox
yeah.
One, my PS4, my monitors, like all this shit costs money, and so it's like to me it adds up. But in that moment, it was wild to like. It was weird to get into the car, and then when I'm running out, it's pouring rain, and I didn't have my glasses. I can still see fairly well, but I didn't even change my girlfriend. We took her car. I didn't even change her seat. Like she scoots up farther, so like I was just driving close as hell to the steering wheel and everything, and it was just like just fucking go like, and I
You
could hear the
fix your seat
sirens
while you're
going off.
driving.
Nope. Not a heat of the moment, dude. And I just woke up about a minute and a half ago. It was, I'm telling you, I didn't wake up until I got there and put the dogs in like the downstairs bathroom to keep them away from the other dogs. Like I was like, wait, whoa, hold on. And I was soaking wet, and I changed shirts and got like wiped my hair off and stuff. And I'm like, wait, what? What is happening? And so I went upstairs and sat down for a while. It was pretty nuts. Like it was weird for the first time being here to hear the sirens and be like, nope, get the main shit and leave. It was so weird.
Yeah, we left the lights on and everything. We do it every time. We hear sirens, just drop whatever you're doing, pack up your shit, and leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
I'm not fucking with that.
No, you leave. You don't deal with any of that stuff. Safety. That's what my sister-in-law was the one texting my mom, and she was like, "Break the window. We can replace a window. Like your guys' safety is much more important." And they make good money, but it's like even in me, I was like, I don't want to break window. Like if I can try to get in another way, I'll try. But the storm was so intense. It was you break it, you get in there, get safe just in case, and then clean it up, and then they can replace it. Like we'll help them replace it just because it was. Now we're like, okay, we're getting spare keys. Her mom's, my sister-in-law's mom's getting a spare key just in case, because sometimes she's in this area. Like, just in case everyone's getting spare keys. F windows being broke.
It's
pretty
not
funny.
like you could just leave one underneath the doormat or under
a
flower pot or.
They can, but it was weird because like my mom was over there just hanging out while they were gone watching their dogs. And then they were in Oklahoma just for a little bit. They weren't going to stay all night. They were driving back that night. So my mom would stay there, and then she was going to leave, lock the doors. And then when they got home, they unlocked it. And then it just happened to be weird circumstances where she left, and then a few hours later, it was like, okay, well, there's no key. And they stopped. They were on their way back. They got back to Wichita from Oklahoma, which is about a 2.5-hour drive. They got back and they were like, nope, we're holding up at my parents' place because they have a basement. We're going to hide it here for the night. And then you guys stay at our place. Even if you had to break a window, get in. Like, it's like, they could have got there, but it would have been way more risky, especially where they were at. It was pretty wild. It was to bust a window with a freaking Bluetooth speaker. Like, it was wild.
Jesus.
Now I'm picking it, and I get downstairs. I'm like, on my husky's face, he's like white and black, and on his face is blood, and I'm like, wait, what? And it's my blood. It's from my finger and shit that got cut. And I'm like, yeah, it's from the blood of my finger and stuff that I just like was getting him down there, and I rushed him around. And my girlfriend was like, oh, you got blood on his face. I'm like, what? Didn't even know. It was crazy. Bleeding everywhere, and the thumb didn't stop bleeding for a while. It was a decent cut. But it was crazy to see the adrenaline kick in and just break a window.
See, you never know what you're able to do until you just fucking do it.
And my mom was like, I walked up after her and I was like, I don't know what to do. And she was like, and she like hesitated. She was like, I don't know, break this window. And I'm like, okay. And so I got her out of the way. Like she just didn't do it. She was there before me. She just couldn't do it, I don't think. And I was like, I hesitated. I was like, I'm not gonna die. I was like, shadow the fucking window. At this point, survival is much better than death. I'll pay for a window if I have to. Like,
oh, I've got something. On this.
Yeah, go.
So I was talking to my daughter about tornadoes and stuff yesterday because we had such a crazy storm, and I was just sitting there at my desk minding my own business, and she comes in. She's like, "Dad, come here for a second." I was like, "Okay." She's like, look, I put all my toys in all these bags, and there's 3 bags, and they're like backpacks basically just 3 backpacks full of toys.
Who wants to take her toys?
I was like, what's all this? And she's like, well,
awesome.
She's like, when a tornado comes, I can take all of my toys to the shelter. And I was like, okay, how are you gonna carry all this?
Smart.
And she goes, well, you're gonna carry all these. Like, no,
you're the man. You grab it.
I hate to tell you this, honey, but that's not how this fucking works.
You're my dad. You grab my toys right now.
That's not gonna happen. She's like, why? I was like, if I'm trying to fiddle with a storm door and a tornado's coming, I am not dying for your toys. That's not gonna happen.
In your area, you don't have a basement in your place? You have like storm shelters in the area, right?
Yeah, we have them all over.
So do you bring your animals?
You can.
I was about to say if you could.
because I mean,
I couldn't not take my dog.
see, the thing with our cats is one is
They
totally
get too
fine.
scared and they hide.
Toki is, dude. You walk outside the front door
He's
with
the
him on a
scaredy
sunny
one?
day. Yeah, Sophia, she's fine. Toki can't handle the thunder.
Wow.
He'll hide on the couch. He freaks out. He jumps on me.
Toki's
And
the
nuzzles me,
OG.
like, yeah, oh, there he is. So he's a big scary.
He's lived in Kansas long enough. He's like, bruh, like Sophia, just let me tell you, gets wild.
Like when we moved down the street years ago, like I put him in the I didn't have a cat carrier. I just had the box we got from Humane Society from him.
Yeah.
And we've had that for years, and we're kind of using it as a pseudo carrier. But man, you put him in that
Kinda
box
cool,
and
though.
you move him from you put him in the car. I mean, it's just
You just
constant.
start shaking him?
Yeah. The whole time.
Let
It's
me
like,
the hell out.
Holy fuck, dude.
Oh,
Dude, that's how my dog, like, because I have a male husky, and my brother has a male and female. I have a male husky and a female Pitty. He has a male and female bulldog, and so like when it's so hilarious because they kind of met for a second and it got weird, but the female is the most most protective. The male just wants to hump everything, and
sounds about
so.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. And my husky starts to hump stuff. He doesn't try to hump my Pitty anymore because she'll fight the shit out of him because she's the boss of this whole group. But when he accidentally got out and he went to the female first because Lily, she's super protective. She's like very protective of my brother's kids. It's pretty cool, and so is Gagey, which is the male, but he's been around the longest. But Lily's the most protective, but he went straight to Lily and started sniffing her and stuff, and they kind of like, just because it was so new and so crazy of a setting, they were kind of getting a little growly.
They were
And they fucking,
stressed.
yeah, they were stressed, like hard, because my dogs woke up like that, and then they're on leashes, going into the car in the rain, going to a different house, like it was a crazy. They were stressed, and then Gage, dude, I'm like, oh no, protect him from Lily, because Lily's kind of aggressive, which is she's protective. And then Gage, I just see him like half-ass on Cap trying to hump him. Like I'm like, bro, hey, whoa, you go hump something else. And so I dragged Cap away from him. Like, okay, this is clearly all you care about, and that's all Gage cared about. Like he would go downstairs when we were upstairs and just go to the door and be like whining at him.
I
Okay.
want to go out and
I gotta hump him. I gotta dominate. Like, no. My Pitty will dominate you, you little butthead.
Jesus
My
Christ.
It was
Pitty
so
will
funny.
dominate you, butthead. That's
Just
gotta
'cause
be the
he-
name of this episode. Can you please be the name of this episode? Please.
Pitty will dominate you, butthead. Just because he's so needy and like he will even if he nibbles a human's ear, you better watch out. He's gonna hump you.
Oh Jesus.
It
Well, that's
doesn't
his
matter.
call then.
This is gonna be the end of the
because he jumped
podcast.
up on me and he started hitting my ear. I'm like, okay, I've been through this several times.
What's
Get
been
off
hitting
me!
your
I
ear?
had
I know how this
The-
shit goes. I've seen
the
this
goddamn bulldog. It was a weird fucking hour that I spent with my brothers, dude.
My God,
It was-
what are you doing? What? Never mind. I'm gonna let you continue.
What do you mean? What am I doing? It was a
No.
weird hour, dude. Tornadoes, fucking breaking windows, horny bulldogs. It was a long night. It was a long night.
God damn.
Got home, went right back to bed, and slept till noon. It was a wild. I got 8 hours finally, eventually, but it was insane. That storm was giant, dude. It was so big out of nowhere. It was so crazy.
Started at like 6 and ended at like.
Well,
6.
started at 6, and then like there was a gap. Like it stopped raining by the
Yeah.
time we went to bed, or it was like lower rain, like smaller rain. And then when I get woke up, I go outside and it's like tsunami rain. Like it's insane, just downpour. Like it doesn't matter what you do. And I didn't even hesitate, dude. I just ran to the car. Get the fuck in, dogs. Get the fuck in. Leave. It was wild, dude. It was so. But I didn't hesitate at a stoplight, so I did follow the laws. But
Oh, good.
which was the most ridiculous thing. But it was
No, but
it
that
was-
you never know, because I mean, if you had been like blind panic
and just
somebody
going,
else
yeah,
had been coming through,
exactly.
you could've
Especially
killed
because
somebody.
Yeah,
Or they
especially
could've killed you.
in the heat of the moment, like you don't think to turn on your lights. That's just it. Especially like you hear the sirens going off. You have 15
Oh no,
minutes
trust me,
till
I
if
can't
there's
pull
a
out of my
tornado.
driveway without seeing. I'm not gonna forget my lights. Like, oh,
Oh,
I
I
can't.
can.
I can't see.
I can, and I can see all the way down the road because I live on Andover Road. So it's like
Jesus
there's
Christ.
lights all the way down. It's ridiculous. It was insane, dude. It was a wild night, and there was a couple cars out too. And then when the neighbor left at 6, I was like, "Wow, both are you going to check on family? Or are you going to work? I don't know what's going on."
That was
It was a weird thing. Like I shattered a window next to you guys, and you guys didn't even want to come next door and be like, "Hey, why are you guys
What's
here?"
going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
so
man, in a
weird.
tornado, it's every man for himself
100%.
unless you well, here's the other thing though, is one time we got hit with a tornado and we're just about to head downstairs and
Where
it was
at
like the sky
in
was
Minnesota?
green. Minnesota, yeah.
Okay.
The sky
Oh,
was that dark green.
oh,
And we hear
that's
this knock,
scary.
knock, 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 knock on the door.
Someone's like,
And we
"Let
go
me
out to the
in."
front, and there was a couple. They ended up being from like Wisconsin or something, and they're like, "We're really sorry to bother you. We're like 6 hours away from where we're trying to get to. The tornadoes get. Can we?"
No
And my
way.
dad's just like, "Oh hell yeah, come on
Get
in.
the
You want some
hell
coffee?
in.
You want some
Safety.
fucking coffee? Yeah, we got some coffee. Here. Grab it. All right, let's go downstairs." So it's
That's
me,
cool.
my dad, my mom, my little sister, and these two people from Wisconsin sitting in this little itty bitty like cellar thing underneath the stairs, and we're all like, "So where you from?"
Oh
It's
god.
almost the start of a horror movie. Power
Oh,
goes out.
dude, that would have been
That's crazy. No, that wouldn't have been great. No. No, especially as a kid. That
well,
would have
the
been
guy
crazy.
said, we were like, "How did you know we were down here? Because our house is kind of hidden." And they said, "Oh, well, we saw Mark because my dad told him his name. But yeah, we saw him on his lawnmower. The asshole was mowing the lawn up by the road, like the ditch, as the tornado's about to hit. And like, Dad, you realize that doesn't do shit because of all the shit that the wind is blowing?" He's like, "Ah, well, I had to get it done. Now I
That's
won't
so
have to do
great.
it for a week." And I'm like,
I can see the mindset.
oh, it's just it. My dad's like this 5'6" German Swedish just barrel of a man from northern Minnesota. He had 20 brothers and sisters. Okay,
God
lived on
damn.
a farm.
Holy
And the thing
crap.
is, every single one of them, same mom, same dad. When my grandpa on that side died, my grandma was pregnant with one and had 3 in diapers when he passed away.
Fucking A.
And yeah, well, okay, so one of the kids wasn't her daughter. Like one of her daughters got pregnant in high school, and rather than put it up for adoption or whatever, she adopted it. So the granddaughter became the daughter by adoption. Like if that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
had I had a
So,
grandma that took it
real
from.
quick.
Okay.
What was crazy though is the very first kid and the very last kid of these 21 kids had the exact same birthday, 20 years apart.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah, figure that shit
Wow.
out.
That's like I had an aunt that had a kid young, and my grandma basically took it over, kind of thing. Like
Mhm.
it's pretty weird. Like that's more of an older style, I would say. Like
Well,
that
as
probably won't
long as
happen
the
anymore,
kid,
but
yeah, as long as the kid knows, then you're not going to end up with a fucking serial killer.
well, she turned out fucked up anyway. But yeah, and she's one of the most evil people in her family. She's evil, but but yeah,
That I stand corrected.
because it was hilarious. Because like she had that kid, and then like a few years later, she had another daughter, and then she kept that one. So it was like, oh, you kept that one. Wow, it was just hilarious. She's an evil person, but it's fine. Um, it man, it's so weird.
To wrap
Family shit, especially that old family stuff. Okay,
Mm.
they are fine. We talking, man.
Oh,
This
I
is
know.
Going.
I know.
I
I just
didn't
didn't
get-
want to. Yeah, trust me. I have a whole bunch of tabs open. Didn't even look at one of them.
Yeah, I know. Me neither, dude. It was a lot. It was a good conversation without
See,
tabs.
I've learned the lesson to come into these podcasts with no tabs
No.
open.
I know you
that's
almost
such
have
a
to.
bad
What's in
idea
your
for me.
head?
No, that was early episodes for old Brandon over here, and let me tell you,
Yeah, and
it's
then
better to be
yeah,
prepared on my end.
you have tabs. I have one tab open, and that's it. It's pretty wild. Like you have tabs, but we can just chat. It's pretty cool to get into a conversation. Fun.
I don't think that I can put that as a title, by the way. What was
What?
that?
Why not?
Pity. What was it? What'd you say? Pity will dominate you, butthead. I think the word butt might trigger the algorithm
No,
a little
butthead
bit.
won't. No.
Okay.
No,
No,
just say
butthead, no.
my pity will dominate you, and then they'll have
Pitty
to
will
listen
dominate.
to get the context for
It's
it.
hilarious because like that bulldog is like he grew up in Hawaii. That's where they got him, and then he lived in Atlanta. Then he's been with these kids for. He's pretty old. He's an old bulldog, and my Pitty's like 3, but she's such an alpha female. It's hilarious. I love every bit of it. She's the best. To fight
Dogs
all
are
the
wonderful.
men. They are.
All right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Just gonna go ahead and chop it. Give it a good solid
Chop it.
chunk.
Go on.
Wrap it. Ship it. What was that? Was that something else?
I chopped on my table.
Never mind. Thanks for listening, everybody.
You said chop it.
You can find us all on Twitter. Console Required, CMAX Survival, and GelfT TV. YouTube.
Get on.
Yeah, we're also on YouTube if you're listening on Spotify, youtube.com/console required. Spotify link is actually a bit.ly link, and I've already forgotten it every time we do this.
Every time.
/required podcast. And it works because I've got it.
Go. You got
Nice.
it down.
It's my birthday. Well, last week it was, but anyway.
Discord. Feel free to join Discord. It'll be a link underneath the video here. Yeah, next week is the final break in the double-digit line. That's kind of neat.
Oh, and I go to a comedy special on that Friday. It's gonna be a
Hey, there you go.
I'll
We
have
got something to
some
talk about.
story. I'll have a good story. Hopefully, it'll be
I
Now
fun.
he'll actually have good jokes.
Oh.
Okay, bye everyone.
Okay, that one was pretty good.
God dang it.
I feel like I had some other closing words. Oh, yeah, duh.
Patreon.
Patrons. A big duh. Thanks, patrons.
Time
Jumper and Risu.
Risu.
Still supporting.
Love you.
Guys.
Love you guys.
This is one thing that I think I said to Cody, and I think maybe I said to Golf. I don't know. We have already recorded our first XP grind, and like we're like, yeah, thanks to one patron, blah blah, and we haven't posted it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
recorded it months
Yeah.
ago. And it's gonna be super awkward when we post it, but it's like, it's sorry in advance, but you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It's still funny though.
It's okay. CR
shows when you record it.
editing.
Should have been a patron, months ago, but I'm not dogging anybody here.
No, thank you guys for the
I'm
support.
kidding.
It's great.
Yep, it's very cool. I've been kind of quiet on
Very
Twitter
cool.
lately, but yeah, I need to start posting that more. Maybe like, hey, come check out our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I'll
when I
help
start
out with
posting more stuff. So
Yeah.
anyway,
All right, guys.
different
Thank you
podcasts.
so much for listening. We love you.
Love you guys. Thank you.
all right, bye.